Hi, today's repertoire topic is on the #1 solo for trumpet. That's the Haydn Concerto in E-flat. Haydn was probably the most famous composer who ever wrote a solo work for trumpet. And it's also one of his best works. It was written after Haydn had retired from his work at the Esterhazy estate near Vienna. And he was traveling throughout Europe, getting a lot of commissions in London and Paris. And on one of his return visits to Vienna, he met with the trumpet player from the Esterhazy orchestra, a man named Anton Weindegger. Weindegger was a very good trumpet player, and they were very close friends. In fact, when Weindegger was married, Haydn was a witness who signed the witness papers for Weindegger's wedding. Weindegger invented the keyed trumpet, which was basically a regular natural trumpet, but coiled twice, so it was very tight and not, kind of a standard length. And he added keys. He added 5 keys and later 6 keys, and it made the instrument fully chromatic. So the trumpet concerto is not only important that it was written for the first fully chromatic trumpet, but it was also one of Haydn's best works. The last years of Haydn's life are marked by some compositions which we now look at as being kind of the precursor for the Romantic style, which his student Beethoven really took to the limit. But Haydn was free to compose music however he wished, and so he started to do a lot of very daring things. A lot of humor is in his music, and we find that in the trumpet concerto. The trumpet concerto is the only concerto that he wrote during the last 15 years of his life, and because each movement has such nice tunes and are very memorable, a lot of people think that it is his best concerto. We like to think that as trumpet players. Recently, I made an edition of the trumpet concerto with orchestra. It's been available with piano for quite a while. I wrote a couple pages of notes, and the music is in my edition, and I think it sticks to the original manuscript pretty well. I tried to make things consistent, and I tried to bring out the humor that he does. He does things like sforzandos on some of the weak beats. We find that in the second movement, where he marks FZ on a lot of notes. And it doesn't just happen once, it happens often enough in the string parts and in the solo part that we know he did that on purpose. So da 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 ba 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 da da da. It's kind of humorous to put them on the weak beats. Now, also in my score, I've included all of the original manuscript. So, beginning the second half of the score shows the Haydn's own hand for the original manuscript. And Haydn usually traveled with his own copyist, but for some reason this piece was written in his own hand. I think you'll find when you see the original that a lot of the early recordings and editions of the Haydn are really not correct. I love to listen to the old recordings, you know, Scherbaum and Voisin and Vobish and George Exdell, and we really admire their playing, and of course they were pioneers in bringing back a lot of this music. But I don't think that they understood the difference in style between standard Haydn works and his later works. His symphonies during the last 15 years are all the ones that we like to play today. You know, you have the Farewell Symphony, the Toy Symphony, the Clock Symphony, the Surprise Symphony, and a lot of his string quartets are the same way. There's a lot more humor and adventuresomeness in there that really make Haydn interesting. So today, we seldom hear his early symphonies. People prefer to perform the symphonies done during those last 15 years. So I think we need to treat the Haydn Concerto in that new way. So I hope that you'll take a look at this edition. It's a similar edition with piano, and it's now available trumpet and orchestra. Thank you very much.